Hello makeup lovers, welcome back. Hola mis bellezas, bienvenidas. My name is Carolyn and in today's video we're going to have a foundation review. Again, this time it's going to be the TILBURY Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Tilbury, the highly anticipated foundation. But before we start, please don't forget to subscribe if you have not and hit the little notification bell down below so you get notified every time I upload videos like this, and I do every single week. And I also want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you, thank you. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, this is the beautiful, highly anticipated foundation from Tilbury. And I'm gonna open the box. I got this at the mall from Nordstrom. I went prepared because when you visit Tilbury's website, she has a range of colors. And I was a little bit confused about the shades. But before we move further, let's talk about packaging, price, and shades. This is the beautiful, very, very elegant frosted glass bottle. Is glass. Absolutely beautiful, stunning, with a rose gold cup. Oops. It has a palm, which is my favorite. I love cups. And this is supposed to be magic inside. This foundation, the salesperson, she tested it on me yesterday, and I have to agree, I was impressed. Now, what I am not sure is the shade. There's 44 shades. It retails for $44. And let me read a little bit. And it's supposed to be wonderful for all type of skin. There's no SPF in it, but I guess that after you added so much skincare into it to help mature skin, young skin, oily skin, you cannot add SPF. It's full coverage, by the way. And I will be reading off the website the description of this product because it's very complex and there's a lot going on and I don't want to make any mistakes. I will not read all the information because it's a lot of it. I will just briefly read a little bit like the most important key points of the website. Like there's 44 shades. It comes in different undertones. She advised that you have to match your undertone. You gotta find it in order to find the perfect shade for you. It comes in cool, neutral, and warm colors. And what makes the magic? She develops a unique magic beauty skin. It was tested on 650 plus women. It moisturized for 24 hours. Imagine that. It's a lightweight and comfortable foundation. Contains air cool. You're supposed to feel like very cool feeling, which I have to say, I feel that when you apply it, it kind of like you have that feeling when you touch it. Another thing she recommends and is that before you find before the foundation takes the right shades, it takes about five minutes. You apply it and let it sit for 5 minutes to see if it's the right shade for you. It has a unique defense that is designed to limit exposure of the skin to everyday pollutants. It's sweat-proof, humidity-proof, waterproof, and transfer resistant. It's like magic. Wow. This flawless poreless foundation is supposed to be amazing on the skin, and I have to say I was totally wrong with the colors I picked online. So please, before you purchase this product online, go to the counter and get tested. Because not only the different undertones vary, but also the foundation contains a lot of yellow. It does. Yeah, this foundation is also 30 mils, which is 1 ounce. And I got the color 12 Cool. Okay, this is the interesting part. I am a warm undertone. I've always been yellow with warm undertones my whole life. The Charlotte Tilbury salesperson on the counter, she wasn't only a salesperson, she was a makeup artist. She said to me something that I had never heard in my life. She said that undertones for her means nothing. And when she went for the cool tone, I'm like, cool, I am yellow. And she's like, you will see. Now the way I will test this foundation is on one side with the sponge, because I know a lot of us love our beauty blenders or sponge, and the other side with a brush. That way we're gonna see different effects, how it looks on one side and how it looks on the other side. Let's get started with the application. I already applied moisturizer and eye cream. Now I will apply Tatcha to blur my pores on this area of my face. I will apply one pump to the back of my hand. And as you see the color on the back of my hand, it has yellow, even though it's a cool undertone. And it really surprised me. I'm gonna wear a cool undertone. It oxidized, and that's one thing that my essay at Nordstrom told me. She said to pick up a shade lighter than my complexion because it will. Then, which is funny, I already see it on the back of my hand turning a dark color. So be aware of that. I'm gonna start on this side with the Beauty Blender. You know, let me pull my hair back because it's kind of uncomfortable. Much better. She said since oxidized, most foundations will oxidize, but just warm it up with your fingers. Oh wow. It has a very light scent. Nothing strong. But as you see, my skin looks amazing. Ooh, I really like it. It's a very light coverage with the sponge, but I see my pores blurring already, and it's not because of Tatcha. I see it on the surface of my skin. Though the essay at Nordstrom yesterday, when she tested the foundation on my face, she used her fingers. Well, that was one pump right there, and I used my beauty blender. I decided to go and do my hair, my whole forehead with a beauty blender just to see, and that's how it looks. I'll add a little bit more to the back of my hand, not even a pump, and I will use the brush. And 12 Cool is supposed to be good for deep olive tan skin. Check the shade panel as a reference, but you have to go test it in person. When a foundation oxidizes that quickly, you have to. It's supposed to be matte and is matte. This foundation is supposed to be sweat proof and transfer proof. It sounds like magic. I'm gonna go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup and come back. Hello everyone, I'm back and I completed my makeup. I used most of the products on my face of Charlotte Tilbury since I want to stay with the theme. I used the Airbrush Flawless Finish in color dark number 3, and on my eyes I used Vintage Vamp, and I top it with this rose gold eyes to mesmerize cream eyeshadow. Then on my lips, I used the beautiful Glowing Gem lipstick, and I top it with this lip gloss of Charlotte Tilbury. That's what I use. And I use a NARS blush, and I contour my face with the Film Star Bronze and Glow in color dark. That's what is on my face. Now, my thoughts on this foundation. Let's talk about formula first. To start, is a full coverage foundation, and you can really tell it's full coverage. My pores, they really blur, but you can tell I am wearing a matte full coverage foundation. I apply powder. My skin doesn't look luminous yet, but it doesn't look dry either. I don't know. I see this crease, which are, you know, my lines, from my face expression right here, and I see that probably because I think I must apply a lot of foundation, but that didn't happen with my Kevyn Aqua foundation before. And yesterday, as the day went by, I only wore foundation here. The essay at Nordstrom, she only tested the foundation on this side and on this side, 2 different colors, which we're gonna go to the color shade in a minute. But I wanna inform you a little bit. I see, wow, it really looks good. I just have to get used to it. It just really emphasized my lines here. Let me get closer so maybe you can see here. I don't notice that with the other foundation I wore the other day. We'll see. I'm gonna go out to dinner and come back and check with you guys again so you can see how the foundation looks a couple hours later. Right now is, let me check, 6:14. And it's been already since I applied this foundation, I would say a good 45 minutes. I had to get up, drink some water, then completed my makeup, and I'm here in front of the camera again. Now the shade, I really struggle because I noticed I need a little bit of warmth, and the essay told me, oh, you just bronze and you'll be okay. I struggle with that part. This foundation is $44 and it still is not my perfect shade because I have to apply bronze to look warm. Yes, there's yellow underneath, and on camera it might not look bad, but I notice a little bit of the coolness coming through. On her website, it says that this color, 12 cool undertone, is for deep tan skin with cool undertones. The same thing happened with the Kevyn Aqua with the color difference, and I had to get another color, the next one up, which was okay because it was warm and I was able to balance and make it a neutral undertone to make the perfect shade for me. Now with this foundation, if you are my shade, I will tell you to test it at the store, because the next shade up, which is the same, I think warm or neutral, is way dark, not even a joke, really dark. And the same line, 12, I think is neutral or warm, is really dark. And for me to go get another foundation, no. So I will think and make a decision at the end of the night if I'm going to return this foundation, which is $44, because I'm not getting a second one. No, we'll see. But that's for later on tonight. I would speak to you later. Bye. I'm back from dinner, and I have to say that I'm not happy with this foundation. It oxidized so much, I look orange. It's not even a joke. Charlotte Tilbury described this foundation as the go foundation for any occasion. I don't know what it is, and I think it has to do with not being the right undertone for me, because she's really adamant on her website that you gotta get the right undertone. But also, I'm gonna show you in a second, my skin looks heavy, it looks cakey, and I'm not happy. I didn't powder much, and I didn't do anything different than what I usually do. I'm just not happy. Sadly, this foundation is not working with me, and I don't like that. It's right here, it looks very heavy, and it really set on my lines. Let me get the camera closer. Look at my skin. It's a full coverage foundation and you can see it on my face. And I did not wear a primer except for my Bobbi Brown and Rich face base, which is a moisturizer, and a little bit of touch right on this area where I have my large pores. So look at my skin. And on this area, I mean, it didn't set over here. On this area where I have my pores around my nose. But here you can really see it looks cakey, it looks heavy. I didn't blot or powder my face at all during dinner or after dinner. What you see is my face, and I don't think it's bad after a few hours. Let's see if it transfers. You can see a little bit right here and a little bit of makeup, which I think is normal after a few hours. If you are oily skin, a little bit is going to come through your skin of the product. From a distance, my skin looks flawless, beautiful. When you get close to me, I look orange, like a pumpkin. And needless to say, I don't think I'm gonna buy another foundation to match this one because this is $44. And if I can find my right shade, my right match, then I have to return it. I'm sorry, but I have to say that. If you are mature skin and you find the right shade with the right undertone for you, this can be the perfect foundation for you. But go line-handed and apply it with a brush for a lighter application because it's full coverage and you'll see it, you'll notice it. And do not apply powder all over your face. That might be an issue too. And if you are oily skin like me, if you are dry skin, first it's gonna be great for you. But if you are oily skin, I still get a little bit of oil, not too much, not crazy, but it comes through. Anyways, I think I'll take it back. I don't want to take the time to bronze or just try to make it work, getting another shade to neutralize that redness on the shade. Sadly, it didn't work for me. It's a great foundation though. Because it didn't work for me, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna work for you. But it's so beautiful though. I want to keep it. I think I'm gonna try to find my right shade, but we'll see. With this, makeup lovers, we finished this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please leave me your comments and questions down below. Let me know if you got this foundation, if you're thinking about getting it, and if you did, if you found the right shade with the right undertone. I'd love to know about it and know your thoughts about it. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you on my next video.